Hello, Breitung Township School members. This is a reproduction of the Breitung Township Schools bond proposal forums that were held on September 26th, October 10th, and one that will be held on October 24th at 6 p.m. in the Kingsford High School auditorium. We invite you to attend, but if you're unable to attend, please view this presentation. First, the objectives of the forum are to share with the community the current enrollment and building structures of Breitung Township Schools, to inform the community about the contents of the proposal, and to provide an opportunity for the community members to ask questions about the proposal. First, a little history about the pathway to a bond proposal. Breitung Township Schools was formed in 1925. In 1964, the Kingsford High School was built. In 1989, Woodland Elementary was built, and in 1991, Kingsford Middle School was built. There was a bond passed in 2011, which was paid off in 2021. Since then, a small sinking fund millage of 0.9 mils was passed in 2017 to help with the maintenance and infrastructure. Over the past several years, we've increased enrollment, and you will see that later in the program. And the process to improve the facilities and to expand the facilities started with a study that began in 2021. Since then, we've conducted an extensive information through staff surveys, community groups, meeting with local stakeholders, and eventually a bond proposal. Project pillars include the expansion of classrooms at Woodland Elementary. We hope to improve the safety and security across the district. Additional gymnasium space at Woodland Elementary. The development of a designated band room at Kingsford Middle School, and construction of a multi-purpose community facility, all of which will be highlighted throughout the remaining portions of the program. Why additional classrooms? Nearly 2,000 students attend Breitung Township Schools. In just the past 12 years, that's over a 300 student increase. We provide childcare services and community schools at Woodland Elementary. Again, an additional service that takes additional space. Childcare space is limited currently, and we have over 60 students waiting to enter Woodland Childcare. The growth across the district can be exhibited in this chart. All buildings have increased significantly with their enrollment. To have this district go from in 2010 just 1,691 students to nearly 2,000 students today. Why an additional gymnasium? At Woodland Elementary, there are over 800 students. After school, the child care uses the gymnasium as well. There was once 4 elementary schools in the Breitung Township School District. There is now 1 with 1 single gymnasium. We host a great deal of community events, including during the school day programs, which limits our ability to provide classroom space during that time. An additional gymnasium would enhance the education of the Kingsford Woodland Elementary students. Why safety improvement across the district? We want to create a more visible and secure entrance at all school buildings. At Woodland Elementary, we would move the office to the front of the building, and we would repurpose the current office for ancillary staff such as speech pathology, special education consultants, and other things such as that. At Kingsford Middle School, we hope to move the office again more to the front, increase the commons area space to expand for locker space, since we now have 5th grade at Kingsford Middle School. At Kingsford High School, it would be a small improvement to the entrance, making the entrance just a little bit larger and have better signage for better wayfinding. Why an independent band room? Currently, there are over 250 students involved in the middle school and high school band program. By keeping creating an independent band room adjacent to the Kingsford Middle School, we will provide much needed additional classroom space as well as storage space for instruments. Why a multi-purpose community facility? As we discussed earlier in the program, our enrollment has increased greatly. Therefore, we've expanded programs for students after school. This community facility would allow for after-school practice space for our spring sports and also additional physical education space during the school day. Before and after school, this community facility would be used by the community for walking, pickleball, tennis, potentially indoor golf practice. An example of the indoor community facility was put up at Nagani Schools. We are looking to build a very similar facility at Breitung Township Schools, and you can see pictures located on the presentation. An example of the layout, if you look at item number 1, it would be the expansion area of the middle school commons to accommodate additional locker space and improve safe and secure entrance. Item number 2 would be the middle school band room, which is currently the wrestling room adjacent to the large gymnasium. Item 3 represents the location of where the main entrance to the high school is, and there would be a small expansion there with better wayfinding. Item 4 is the multipurpose community facility just south of the stadium. Item 5 is the parking area, which is adjacent to the safe routes to school walking path that many of our community members use. We hope this will help to create a community wellness area and gathering point. And item number 6 is a placeholder for a representation to improve parking and improve traffic for pickup and drop off. At Woodland Elementary, item number 1 is the classroom pod. There will be 6 to 7 classrooms depending on the use and design of the classrooms included in this pod. Item number 2 is the gymnasium, and adjacent to the gymnasium that does not have a number, which connects to the other gymnasium, is additional commons area space. This would provide much needed additional lunchroom space. Item number 3 would be a representation of where the Woodland office would be located, and item number 4 is a placeholder to represent the additional parking space or drive space that's needed for pickup and drop off. This is an example, a very rough sketch rendering of the potential addition to the Woodland Elementary. Internally at Woodland Elementary, we feel it's important to modernize the classrooms. Woodland Elementary was built in 1989. At Kingsford Middle School and Kingsford High School, there are lockers for the students to use. At Woodland Elementary, there's classroom cabinetry that the students use for locker space. After 34 years of use, it would be a good time to update the furniture in the classrooms as well as the cabinetry that holds the students' equipment. Proposed community impact. We feel there's a strong community impact included in this bond proposal. We hope to expand access to childcare services. Currently, we have 65 to 70 families waiting for childcare services at Woodland Elementary School. We hope to expand opportunities for wellness and recreation for the entire community. We hope to expand youth and adult recreation. If you're familiar with Breitung Township Schools, where you have a consortium with community schools, and the community schools programs use our facilities often for adult and youth recreation. We hope to expand opportunities to host regional events. A good example is the Kingsford High School track and field area is used for the Upper Peninsula track meet, where hundreds of athletes and thousands of members across the community descend on Kingsford High School for an event. Other items like the craft fair, or when the community hosts speakers where folks use the auditorium, things like robotics competitions, all help to provide a great service to our community. Understanding the value of the bond. The initial increase would be 4.6 mils, at the average of 4.1 mils for the life of the bond. 1 mil equals $1 per 1,000 taxable value. A reminder that taxable value is typically one half of the assessed value, and a homestead property tax or a senior citizens tax credit could help to reduce the cost of the bond. For a homeowner who owns a house of $100,000 in actual value, the taxable value is $50,000. The yearly cost to the taxpayer would be $230 or $19.17 a month. You may reduce your general tax through a general credit reduction or a senior citizens tax credit, but I encourage you to visit the kingsford.org website so that you have the opportunity to use the tax calculator that's there. This chart represents the recent bond proposals and sinking fund proposals. The far left blue line is the 2011 bond that fell off and was paid off through 2021. As that bond decreased, the community passed a small sinking fund of 0.9 mils, and the taxable rate was the black line that you see trailing from left to right. With this current proposal, you would see an increase of 4.6 mils initially, with an average of 4.1 mils for the entire length of the bond. And as the 2017 sinking fund was paid off or was not collected, you would see an annual reduction in tax beginning with the 2028 year. I thank you for viewing this program and certainly encourage you to call Breitung Township Schools offices or email me, David Holmes, at dholmes@kingsford.org if you have any questions. Or more importantly, if you're viewing this before October 24th, please consider attending the Community Question and Answer Forum located at Kingsford High School in the auditorium beginning at 6 p.m. Thank you and have a great day.